Caitlyn has a relationship, and I think this is important because as we get into season 5,
rebound.
It is a rebound. It's obvious that it's a rebound. Okay. Yeah. I don't think the rebound knows it, which is classic.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty horrible.
Right.
Yeah, so. That's typical. That's normal. But it's important, I think, at least to establish that Caitlyn is romantically involved with someone she works with in episode 4. And I think that matters because it does show that at least on some level, Caitlyn is attempting to at least move on, which we'll address immediately. In episode.
I thought it was a symbol of abuse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because to me, I loved it when Maddie sat up in the bed. I thought, oh, that's fantastic. Because I know that Maddie had goo eyes over her, and she's a much less mature character than is Cait, especially by the time she becomes a military dictator. And so, what's part of becoming a military dictator? The sexual benefits, so that Cait is now this, what I was thinking of as this dominating military dictator vies out of her life. So of course she'd bring someone into her bed, this wide-eyed, naive girl who's fawning over her. Oh yeah,
awfully affectionate.
Right? Yeah. I was like, oh yeah. So we're talking about not only military dictatorship, but we're spilling that power over into her sexual proclivities as well. And that's why I love that.
I think that's a great read, except that they didn't follow through.
They didn't follow up. But that's why I loved it when she sat up. Because if you had this powerful dictator and then you're like, oh, yes, I'm also sleeping with a naive girl, the hot chick. I did yes, that follows completely. But they didn't follow up with it. Right. They didn't do it.
But I did love the body language because Caitlyn, in those romantic scenes, the younger girl, I forget her name. She's the other enforcer. Anyway, she's awfully affectionate. She's in love, and Caitlyn barely notices her in this scene. She's just how are we going to solve this crime? Oh, thanks. Completely despondent. Except maybe
I'll come back to bed. She goes off to work, and
totally not emotionally invested. Let's put it that way. Mm-hmm. And the other girl clearly is emotionally invested to the point of right. This is the one.
If you're right. Because at that point, Cait should be like, "You're obsessed with me. Okay, I'll use it." Right? Right.
No. If she did that, Heath, we would not be able to follow with that character. That would be a step too far.
I got the sense that she was willing to become romantically, or she's willing to sleep with her, and now this girl's like, "Oh, you're the best." She's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I think she's trying to move on. I think she's trying to move on. She's trying to cope.
Right. And this happens in rebounds, right? One person thinks that this is something more than it is. The other person's like, I just, I don't know if I'm there.
I don't know. When you're talking about, I don't know. I thought I was following a villain. Yeah. And at the end of episode 3, season 2, I thought I was following a villain. You're right. Maybe if they were like, no, wait, hold on, we can't do that. We cannot have her be a villain. We've got to make a villain would do something like that. But you're completely right. They may have said, no, pull back. No villain. They could have done that.